Hi YouTubers, this is Stenography Girl. I'm here actually to do a video about loom knitting. I know it's not really stenography related, but maybe I'll get to those eventually. I've actually been very busy with school, so that's why. But I did want to do a video about how to loom knit a collar, whether it be for your dog, your cat, your lover. Um, so I actually kind of already got mine started. Uh, I probably maybe will be doing a couple of tutorial videos as to how I cast on and how I cast off. But that would just be kind of giving you a little bit more technique, because I do know that there are quite a few videos out there already as to the loom knitting basics, and I don't want to feel like I'm repeating what everybody else is saying. So, um, but real quick, I did want to give a personal shout out to the Crochet Crowd, to Good Knit Kisses, and to Simply Intertwined. I think that you guys are so amazing. You taught me a lot. You're the ones who taught me how to loom knit. I've only been doing this for a couple of months, but I really do think that I have learned a lot from you guys. So what is special about this collar is that I'm going to be showing you how to put on the little loop that's at the bottom of the collar, to where you can put the name tag or license, where the little things that you get from PetSmart that are usually a circle or a bone shape or what have you. And so I do have the Martha Stewart loom knitting and weaving kit. I love the kit for various reasons. One, you have two options of how far apart you want your pegs to be. The first option is your standard Nifty Knitter size, and the other one is a bit smaller. It's usually used for thinner yarns, but I'm actually using a thicker yarn. As you can see, it is a bulky 6 yarn. It is Hometown USA by Lion Brand, and it is called Tampa Spice. And I've already gotten my loom set up here, and I will be doing a couple of tutorial mini videos about the loom kit, this particular loom kit that I have. So, okay. Actually, let me put this down a little bit. Sorry about the angle. It is a camera on top of, or inside of a laptop, so I don't really have much versatility, but I do have both of my hands free, if I can speak. What I really like about this setup is that if you have 2 strands of red heart yarn, it usually won't shrink on you. However, this yarn is bulky and it's stretchy, so it does shrink a little bit. So, as far as the project goes, the thickness that I chose was 10 pegs of the smaller ones, but if you have a standard Nifty Knitter, you would probably be using 5 to get the same width. And just to kind of show you how big it is compared to my hand, how wide it is compared to my hand, or I can show you this way. So it's really not that's not too wide, but it is kind of nice and thick, and because it is made out of thicker yarn, it will be a little bit warmer, so it'll almost double as a scarf. But essentially what you're doing for the first part of it is you are just e-wrapping. You are just e-wrapping, and you just have to, it depends on how big your cat or dog, how big their neck is. You could also just use this as a choker, as well, if you would like to, and just kind of make it a flat panel. And but I will be having tutorials as to how to make the ends kind of fold up. And this will be a way to do it on the loom, so there isn't really any sewing involved or yarn threading or what have you. So all I did was the basic E-wrap stitch, and you just knit one loop over the other. But like I said, I know that there are a lot of tutorial videos out there on YouTube, so I probably won't really be focusing on that kind of a thing, just because I don't, like I said, I don't really want to repeat myself, which, you know, I am doing at this point, and I don't want to repeat anybody else. It just seems redundant. So, with this yarn and this loom setup, you really don't need to do 3 rows or 3 loops on a peg. You really don't need to, you know, do 4 loops on a peg or what have you. That's pretty much all I'm doing so far. Obviously, you don't have to do it this thick if you don't want to. If you want something a little bit more sleek, especially if you have a cat or a small dog, aka a little barking rodent, then you might want to decrease it by, if you're doing nifty knitter size pegs, you might want to decrease it by 1 or 2. If you have these smaller pegs, you might want to decrease it by 2 to 4. This video will be recorded in parts because I'm not very film editing literate. But I really hope that this video is a little bit helpful. Like I said, I will be doing a tutorial as to how to get the little loops on the collar, so that on this either side you can put those steel like clasp things that they do have on collars, so that way you'll be able to get something like that on either end of the collar if that's the route that you wanted to go. Or if you want a button clasp, I can show you that as well, if you just want to be able to button the collar, since it is obviously made out of yarn. So just go ahead and leave some constructive criticism in the comment section below if you have any ideas as to how I can make these videos better, or if you have any questions. Though I would recommend messaging me if you do have any questions. It's a lot easier for me to be able to get, and faster for me to be able to get back to you that way. So, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next part of this video.